EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Run.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to.
Nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the pass.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second down and goal. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. First carry for Nick Chubb. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 84 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. And not just...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Chubb on second down, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground. And
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield to throw it. On the move to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw it back.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, Mayfield again. Now Mayfield lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That complete to Lamar Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Watson forced out to his left. Touchdown, Texans. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Switch gears.
To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Here's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's given his guys a shot for a late. Points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Run.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this. Fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Miller. Big hold of the 30. Lamar Miller, the 40. The 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A huge play there for Houston. And even 70 yards. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tight down. There you go.
They'll run with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
What's the ball? Check 37. Check 37.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Being chased out left. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeVal. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are back within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. It'll bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And all the way down to the 35. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 51 yards.
And the Texans first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To throw is Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. Quick move by Miller, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Watch the pass. Check 4, check 4.
On the toss, here's Foreman. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 14 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That is incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and it's 3rd and 4. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there. A big one. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Check three. 36.
Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 4th down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run with Foreman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fred, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 17 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And for one of the few times, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.